One of the things COVID's done is it's forced everybody to tighten up their phone game. If you're still not having success, you want to watch this, because I can tell you a secret that will change the way you approach the phones forever. Come on, let's go talk. One of the things that COVID has done to all of us is it's forced us to get on the phones. Listen, I am not a big fan of the phones, never have been, never will be more than likely, but it's a necessary evil right now. And when it comes to my kids having food on the table or me talking to a stranger on the phone, I'm gonna pick up that phone every single time. But here's the thing, everybody out there is so worried about getting the appointment booked. That's what they wanna do, right? They rush in, they dive in, and they're trying to get this person to agree to meet with them, and they're vomiting information all over the place, and they wonder why they're not having success. I want to give you a very simple strategy, and it's something that I've talked about before, but I'm going to give you a finite example that will help you take your phone game to the next level. And I almost can guarantee if you execute this, it's going to get you more booked appointments than you've ever had before. Now, if you've been following me, then you know that I am a huge fan of Chris Voss and his book, Never Split the Difference. And I've done an article in the past about why no is exactly what you want to hear. And that's what we're going to talk about in this case. See, the issue is that people who are not professionals at booking appointments, setting appointments, whatever, on the phones, they read things, they try and get to the answer they want as quickly as possible, and they blow it. And their biggest fear is what? It's hearing no. But in his book, Voss tells us that knows exactly what we want to hear. And the reason why is because the way our minds are programmed, subconsciously when someone utters the word no, they feel as if they're in control. So why not get to know first in the phone conversation? Let them tell you no. Now, here's where you have to change your thought process, because getting them to know isn't, no, I'm not going to meet with you. No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. No, 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 no. That's not what we're doing. We want to lob them up a softball that ends with them answering in no, so that we can immediately pivot and ask them another question that ends with yes and gets us closer to getting the appointment booked. In my book, The Extra 2 Minutes, I actually have a whole segment on this and give you the ability to go and request a download of a list of questions I personally use to get my prospects to know as quickly as possible. If you haven't checked it out, shameless plug. It's probably worth the cover price just for that chapter. So here's what I'm going to tell you I do. The first thing you want to do when you get on the phones is you want to introduce yourself and make it clear who you are. The last thing you want to do is have them get somewhere in the conversation and say, what'd you say your name was again? Or what company do you represent? Or what was this call about? So I'm going to walk you through my exact phone script. Hi, this is David with Florida Risk Partners, and I'm calling businesses in your area today, and it's actually not an accident that I'm calling you. I've got some information on your upcoming workers' compensation renewal, and I just had a quick question for you. Are you happy that you're paying 66% more than the people in your peer group for your workers' compensation? Oh no. Well, then my question would be, wouldn't it make sense if I have a way to help you control those costs and bring your overall cost of risk down for us to have a meeting to discuss what that would look like? What I did was I got them to know, and then I got them backed into a corner. Anybody who is not happy that they're paying 66% more than their peers is definitely going to agree with you when you ask them, doesn't it make sense for us to look at ways to reduce your costs? No, yes, and then you're off to the races at that point. Listen, this is not complicated, but it does require some thought. If you're on the phones right now and you're not having success, list out the questions you're asking every single time, and then figure out how to rephrase those questions in a way that allows the person on the other end to say no to the first question you ask, and then develop your follow-up around that to get them to yes. Listen, this is not rocket science, but it does require some thought. If you can put the thought into it and you can change the script you're using and you can get people to know and then slam them into yes, you're going to absolutely kill it in commercial insurance.